So in the previous video, I had taught about how to use a semicolon to separate two independent clauses instead of a period. And so we talked about how independent clauses are complete sentences. So basically, if you have two sentences that are next to each other that are related, you don't have to put a period between them. You can actually put a semicolon between them. Now in this case then, colons can actually be used for the same purpose, except there's something specifically different. And so by the way, a colon is one dot hanging over another dot. But the rule for using a colon to separate independent clauses is that you can separate two sentences with a colon as long as one sentence serves as an argument and the other one is evidence that supports that argument. It doesn't matter what order it takes place in. But this is just like the semicolon rule, except for this is a more specific relationship that is being established when you use a semicolon. Now, you can replace a semicolon with a colon if this relationship is in place. You can replace a colon with a semicolon if this relationship is in place. It's all about, though, at this point, when you see the colon separate two sentences, you as a reader need to say, well, one of these is evidence and one of these is an argument, or one of these is argument and the other one's evidence. So I think it'll help to look at a couple of examples to kind of go through this. So in example 1, reading is an important skill regardless of your trade, colon. So one of the things that you need to see then is that accountants, architects, and engineers have to read it. So this one right here is without a doubt, this is the argument that's being made, okay? Now on this side, accountants, architects, and engineers have to read to perform their jobs. This is evidence that is used to support the previous sentence. Now, complete sentence on this side, complete sentence on this side. One is argument, one is evidence. In this particular case, then, using a semicolon is the way to go. So now similarly, you see the semicolon in the middle here, there, right? So I'm going to take a look. The Detroit Lions are on a 3-game winning streak. I never thought I would say that as a Lions fan this year. It's almost like we've already won the Super Bowl in my head. But in either case, the Detroit Lions are on a 3-game winning streak. They may be a decent team this year. Well, in this case, all I did was invert the order. In this case, this is an argument that's being made, a very flimsy one, I'll say that, because the Lions haven't proven anything to me. And then on this side of it, this is the actual evidence that is being presented. Sorry, I should probably type it correctly. So evidence. Now, once again, in this particular case, then, you have a complete sentence on this side. You have a complete sentence on this side. So you can put the colon there. And it's saying that one is the argument and one is the evidence. And that's how you know that using a semicolon is correct. So basically, when you do this rule, when you create your own example, you can choose to either start with a sentence that serves as evidence and then put in the colon, and then a complete sentence that basically summarizes the argument, and then you can vice versa those things. So in either case, that is how you use a colon, the same way you use the semicolon to separate two related independent clauses.